Yo, what's up guys? King Chris here, and today I'm bringing you a guide on a 308 hunting rifle. Now before we get started, I just want to let you guys know I am still alive. I know it's been about 4 weeks since I put out a video, but the way the holidays fell and me getting sick, basically I couldn't put out a video for about 3 weeks or so, and then I ended up coming back and just wanting to play and grind and stuff. But I'm back on track now. I'm going to be putting out some cool videos for you guys, and I just want to say thank you so much for supporting my channel this far. And just stay tuned. I'll be putting out a video later this week on top of this one.
People right below it.
I'm coming to pick you up. Get it. CPG.
Alright guys, let's get on with this guide. So the 308 hunting rifle spawns from an airdrop, as you see above in the sky. A plane will fly by, it'll drop an air package there, and it comes down in a parachute. It takes a little while, but as you can see here on the timer, it's about 90-second, or it's at the 90-second mark into the very first gas wave. So you can get a hunting rifle very, very early into the game while a lot of people are still looting. If you're paying attention and you get a car and you get looted up fairly quickly, you can head out, grab this hunting rifle, and it'll be fairly uncontested at this stage of the game because most people, like I said, are still looting. They're still in towns, and they're not thinking about the hunting rifle right now. So if you guys ever want to get the hunting rifle, or if you haven't gotten it and you feel like you can never get it, try to get it early on in the game. Just make it your intention to hop out after you get your car and get some basic loot and run out into the fields and find that airdrop. It's usually going to spawn somewhere in the safe zone, in the center of the safe zone initially. So once you get your car, look towards the safe zone, start moving towards the middle, and start looking in the air, watching for the plane to drive by and drop it out. And then as you can see here, I'm just kind of driving up, waiting for it to come by. You have to be careful because other planes will fly by and drop bombs. These bombs can kill you. So as you see here, I can hear a plane drive by. I'm going to start driving around a bit, try and avoid this wave of bombs, and then I'll drive back around and check out the care package. Now sometimes there isn't a sniper rifle in every box, so what you want to do is you want to ride up to it, hop out, use your tab key. So press your tab key, it's going to show you what's inside. I see the hunting rifle, then I'll go for the loot. The opening of the crate here takes a few seconds, so you don't want to sit there and expose yourself when there's not a hunting rifle inside. So as you see, I grab it here, and then I'll be able to go around and practice and try and get those 100% headshots on people. Alright, next, the hunting rifle does 64 damage to the body, and it does 100% damage to the head, even if somebody does have a helmet on. And then as you can see here, the hunting rifle has a natural drift to the crosshairs. The game designers put this in to simulate breathing and just your lack of ability to hold the rifle steady as you're trying to aim. Even if you go into the prone position, it still does this. So if you're taking long shots, this is probably one of the hardest things to do, because as you can see here, if I was trying to aim at a guy next to a tree there, I'd have a tough time trying to keep my crosshair still, but you can counter it by just pulling in the opposite direction. And I find it a bit easier in closer battles when I just pull and flick my crosshair onto the guy's head to shoot. So this is the main things you're going to want to practice on when taking long shots. Alright, something else you need to master, just like with all the other weapons, is the bullet drop on the hunting rifle. To me, it's a little misleading. It was a lot harder to learn than all the other weapons, just because when you zoom in, you feel like you're closer to the target than you really are. So it's hard to really judge the bullet drop on the hunting rifle. But if you use the little tick marks on the crosshair, I feel like that tends to help. And as you see in this clip, I'll use that first dot underneath my main reticle to aim, and then you can see how far up my main reticle is on this bullet drop. And then something else to note on this clip is the bullet travel time that it takes for that bullet to get there and impact on the guy's body. So if you're ever leading somebody that's running, you're going to want to account for that bullet travel time as well. Alright, the next skill you're going to want to master is leading. So you've got bullet drop and now leading. So when somebody's at a long distance like this and they're running horizontally like this guy is, you may need to use 1 or 2 of the dots over on the horizontal line to aim. So as you see here, on the first shot I used 2. On the second shot, I believe that was about 1.5. It may have ended up being close to 1 dot over on that horizontal line to connect on that shot. But what I end up doing is getting the hunting rifle. I'll just go out and find somebody on foot like this to practice on. I know it sounds a little funny, but it's a lot of fun if you can get the hunting rifle, come out and practice on somebody that you feel like isn't a threat, and that way you can maximize your time with the hunting rifle, because it's hard to get. So when you do get it, you want to make sure you get some good practice in. Don't worry about missing shots. It's going to happen. Just note where you were aiming and see the bullet impact, and then try to adjust from there. In this next clip, you're going to see an example of a slight lead. So when somebody's strafing like this guy is, when they're aiming at you or when they're actually shooting at you, they're not going to be moving very fast, but you still want to lead on that front edge of their helmet. So this guy, I'm going to put my crosshair on that right edge of his helmet so he walks into my shot. Because remember, you got to account for them walking, and then you also have to account for the time it takes for the bullet to actually travel and hit the guy. So as you can see here, anytime somebody's walking, I'm going to lead them on their front edge, whether I use a gun, a AR-15, AK-47, or the hunting rifle. Here's another example of leading with a hunting rifle. So this guy's actually running full speed horizontally, so he's not aiming at me, moving slowly. So I'm going to actually use that first dot on the horizontal line to lead him. And I'm going to also use that horizontal line to make sure that I have the proper height to get that headshot. So this guy's moving pretty quickly, so make sure you're leading and dragging and using that ball on the horizontal line to actually aim and squeeze off your shot, and hopefully you can land that 100% headshot with the helmet. Alright guys, I wanted to wrap this video up with some thoughts on the hunting rifle. So once you get the gun, it's going to take a lot of practice to get good with it. Even if you're pretty good with the AR-15, AK-47 when you first get it, the bullet travel time, the leading, and the bullet drop are just different. So you may miss a lot of shots initially and you're just going to get super frustrated. But with everything that you do, you have to spend a lot of time with it. So go out, intentionally get the gun, and make yourself just use it in every situation you can. Don't switch to your AR-15 because you're just wasting time and opportunities that you could be practicing with your hunting rifle, and it's tough to get. So maximize your time once you get it. As you can see here, I could be conservative and go for the win with my AR-15, but I'm going to make myself practice and gain confidence with the hunting rifle in every situation. This thing has the opportunity to change the game in a split second by getting a headshot, because it can take out somebody from 100 HP even if they have a helmet. So you could be in a 2 versus 1 situation and rail a guy in the head, and then you can take the other guy out with a AR-15 or with your hunting rifle if you want. So if you guys want to get good with this thing, I highly recommend you go out every game, find those airdrops, get the gun. And also something else that I did, I bought Just Survive just so I can go in that game too and get some more exposure. But I've realized sometimes it's hard to get ammo and Just Survive, and a lot of times you're running around trying to get the gun and you don't actually get it when you could actually just jump in the game here and grab it.